Welcome to Badminton Unlimited, your weekly access to badminton action and beyond. This week, we spend some time with women's singles world number 13, Beiwen Zhang, as she tells us about her extraordinary badminton journey. And we find out more about European club champions Primorye Vladivostok from Russia. Carolina Marin, Saina Nehwal, Li Xuerui. Just some of the names that occupy the top echelon of the world rankings. For these, while sacrifices have had to be made in seeking glory, what they've always had is support, especially when it comes to resources. They have access to some of the best facilities and full-time coaches that the sport can offer. But there is a player within touching distance of these elite shuttlers who has climbed the perilous ladder to success, often without such advantages. Meet Beiwen Zhang, women's singles world number 13. What sets Beiwen apart from her peers is she has been playing without a full-time coach for the last few years. Having endured an unconventional badminton journey, the 25-year-old has found herself in the US, where she has been enjoying some of her best performances of her career.
Stu is the Las Vegas badminton owner. He said, because I keep winning the national tournaments, and he said, why would you just try for international, get back your level? But I told him, wow, it's hard, and then use a lot of money. And then he said, no problem, I will just sponsor you like that. He gave me a lot. So what I can say is that I only can say thank you for him, right?
Badminton Unlimited caught up with the China-born shuttler at the recently completed Yonex Suffolk County Community College US Open Badminton Championships. To see her now, you'd be surprised to find out Zhang began playing badminton as a child to help her combat illness when she was young. Over time, she realized she had a talent for the sport, and it became her passion. But hailing from a country where badminton is a mainstay, she found it hard to break into the national setup. It was then an opportunity to follow her passion presented itself.
The other coach say, oh, then I heard Singapore's find some badminton players, so you can go, just give us signals. So we go to try it, and then they choose me to go to Singapore.
Zhang was recruited by Singapore under the Foreign Talent Sports Scheme. She was only 13 years old. Arriving in the island state without her parents, she quickly had to learn to cope with the demands of fending for herself and the pressure to deliver on the court. She grabbed the opportunity as she helped Singapore clinch bronze at the 2007 BWF World Junior Championships. Then came the first of a number of incidents that would lead to years of conflict with her adopted country.
Because of coach, we don't. The idea we're not match, because I'm attacking players. I'm attacking players. Skill type is attacking, but when he train, when I play tournaments behind, when he sit behind, he's like, really? So it's a totally different type.
Zhang left and played for clubs in Malaysia and Taiwan before returning to Singapore to help the country win bronze in the 2009 SEA Games in the women's team event. Despite her contribution to the successes on the court, Zhang's independence and forthrightness continued to plague her relationship with the national team. Eventually, they would part yet again, as her contract was not renewed. She effectively retired from professional badminton for 2.5 years.
So I have to start from zero. It's hard, and first I just coaching, but coaching is also make money, so I'm just keep continue. And then my friends call me, and he just text me for fun, oh, what are you doing right now? It's how are you? And then he said, oh, if you have time, just come to America, just travel, maybe relax or something. I said, yeah, I think I should do that,
The holiday in the United States soon turned into a new badminton career path for the shuttler. She joined a Las Vegas badminton club, The skill and talent never left her as Zhang started winning tournaments at local and international circuits. Having a non-regimented lifestyle suited the maverick in her very well. In 2013, she won 5 international challenge tournaments playing for the US. Last year, the right-hander captured her first Grand Prix gold title at the US Open Championships. But it was not a call for celebration as Zhang was setting herself higher goals.
Not really that excited because I want to looking forward. For me, it's just like give me more experience. I think because I'm looking really, my target is really high.
With more titles coming at the Grand Prix level in the Netherlands and in the US, and frequent appearances in World Superseries tournaments, Zhang began to see a steady rise in her world rankings, eventually reaching number 12.
Yeah, because last year I have really good training. I have everything as sponsor, I have a lot of tournaments, so it's just keep my levels.
The next, without doubt, is the 2016 Rio Olympics. Although Zhang, in her current world rankings, is eligible for the Games, she is unable to play for the US as she doesn't hold American citizenship. But that is the least of her problems. Her current worry is to secure a sponsor to bring her through the next phase of her career. While she may have found the environment that best suits her temperament and supports her game, badminton in the US lacks resources and popularity. As a result, finding a sponsor willing to commit to a long-term deal is incredibly difficult.
From this year, January, I don't have any sponsor, so there's only Yonex sponsor me. So this is my last tournament when they will pay the travel expense. After this, I don't have sponsor anymore. And the problem is if I pay myself, but I don't have training, how I can go tournaments? That's the problem. I don't have training around like half year. No training.
For Beiwen Zhang, having gone through so many obstacles to pursue her passion, giving up is not an option. From a rebellious teenager, she has matured to become a more pragmatic young adult and one who is working hard to keep her dreams alive. In this week's trivia, we want you to name the mixed doubles pair who won their first BWF World Superseries title at the 2015 Star Australian Open. We tell you the answer after the break. We speak to newly crowned European club champions Primorye Vladivostok when we get back. Before the break, we asked you to name the mixed doubles pair who won their first BWF World Superseries title at the 2015 Star Australian Open. The answer is Lee Chun-hei and Chow Hoi-wah. The unseeded Hong Kong duo eliminated second seeds Tontawi Ahmad and Liliana Natsir and Denmark's Joachim Fischer-Nielsen and Christina Pedersen en route to the Star Australian mixed doubles final. The pair clinched their first BWF World Superseries title, beating China's Liu Cheng and Bao Yixin 21-19, 19-21, 21-15. The victory fired Lee and Chow into the top 10 for the first time this year. The 38th edition of the European Club Championships came to another successful conclusion last month. Held in central France, the city of Tours was the venue for this year's installment. Showcasing some of the best clubs on the continent, the final eventually saw Russian outfit Primorye Vladivostok clinching its 4th consecutive crown and its 6th title in total. Just one shy from matching the most successful team in the history of the competition, Primorye is proving to be a major force on the European club scene.
It must be noted that the main team has not changed for the past decade. Of course, we are feeling the pressure as defending champions, and the third time we had won it was also here in France. that left with its own mark. We try to cope with the pressure as best as we can and just focus on working hard.
Настраиваемся на работу, работать, работать, еще раз работать.
Our cameras were at Europe's premier club competition to find out what makes the Russian champions such a formidable side. Primorye is actually an informal name to Primorsky Krai, a region located in the far east of Russia, with Vladivostok serving as its administrative center. Whilst the history of the region dates back hundreds of years, the badminton club only started just over a decade ago.
Badminton has been developing here for many years already. In 2003, a joint decision between the region's administration and the sporting public saw the establishment of this badminton club.
Today, Primorye has grown to be one of the most successful and biggest clubs outside of the nation's capital, Moscow. It currently boasts 300 players and 12 coaches across various levels and age groups.
Today, we train in our own sports hall, and to cater for the younger players, we also rent a few other halls. All of our players take part in the competitions organized in Russia. These tournaments include the Russian Clubs Championships, Primorsky Krai Clubs Championships, and various other private tournaments. Many of our players compete for the Russian national team as well, and all of them participate in the international competitions. The European Championships, as well as the World Championships, are just some examples of the numerous tournaments they compete in.
Their most notable talents are men's doubles partnership Ivan Sozonov and Vladimir Ivanov. The world number 11 pair has always made it a point to continue to be an integral part of the squad, despite a demanding international schedule.
We can't meet often in a year because half of team training in Primorye, we practice in the Moscow region. But we meet all club Russian Championship and this tournament.
On the 5th of May, we just finished the Russian Clubs Championships. We had only a month to get ready for this competition, and at the same time, the players were competing elsewhere during the period, like at the recent World Mixed Team Championships in China.
But after disposing of French club Aix-Université in the final, it seemed that lack of preparation time had not hampered their quest for the incredible feat. Whilst the Russian champions are keen to keep clinching the big titles, the club also has plans in place for its next generation of players.
Just like any team, we have two aims: achieve good sporting results and developing the sport at the youth level. From the results point of view, we want to win both the Russian and European Club Championships. From the youth development perspective, we are grooming several youth teams who can compete in the national championships. From there, we can set them targets to win youth competitions.
Primorye Vladivostok is the club making the headlines in European badminton at the moment. And with a deep desire to keep up their winning ways, Russian badminton looks to be carving a place amongst the continent's elite. As the battle rages on for the chance to qualify for next year's Olympics in Rio, let's take a look at the latest BWF World Rankings. We focus this week on the men's doubles format as Korea's world number 1 pairing step into the spotlight. Lee Yong-dae and Yoo Yeon-sung are Korea's dynamic duo. They capped off a wonderful 2014 with a win at the BWF Destination Dubai World Superseries final. This season didn't start off too well for the pair as they were dumped out of their first international tournament, the Yonex All England Championships, before the weekend. But they recovered well, getting to the final of the Maybank Malaysia Open, winning the Badminton Asia Championships and retaining their title at the Star Australian Open at the end of May. A semi-finals appearance at the BCA Indonesia Open was enough to keep them on top spot as the season came to the halfway point. There's plenty more tournaments to play this year, but the explosive pair seem determined to maintain their status of the #1 men's combo in the world. Don't forget the BWF World Rankings are updated every Thursday, so log on to www.bwfbadminton.org for the latest information and stats. After the break, we find out more about Singapore's rising talent, Loh Kean Yew.
Chen and Margin, the world #1s, the Olympic silver medalists. The #3 seeds, Tontowi Ahmad and Liliana Natsir from Indonesia. So the world #1s against the world #2s. Very fitting for a World Championship final. Oh, this has been a very, very good start by the Indonesians. Only needed the one.
That's a good rally for Margin and Shuchen.
Gone wide. It is 1-game all.
And the Chinese feeling that things are beginning to go their way here in the third game. What a fantastic rally.
1 match point saved.
That's world race.
Would you believe it? They've saved 2 match points. Now the Indonesians have a match point of their own. It's gone out! I can't believe it! Liliana Natsir creates history. The first player ever to win 3 World Championship mixed doubles titles.
Hi, I'm Loh Kean Yew and I'm 18 this year. I'm playing men's singles for Singapore.
In this week's One for the Future, Badminton Unlimited brings you a promising young talent from Singapore. Loh Kean Yew created a buzz at the recent Southeast Asian Games when he grabbed bronze in the men's singles event. Ranked 134th in the world, this is the youngster's first individual medal at a major sports event.
I was aiming for a medal, but I wasn't expecting a medal. So it's like, I really aim to have lah. I know that my standard is not there. I just try my best. Like I want to beat them. So I just aim to beat them, but I didn't expect myself to beat them.
Originally from Malaysia, Kean Yew almost did not take up the sport as he was teased on his debut badminton session in his hometown, Penang. But even at a tender age of 7 years old, he showed his determination to become a good badminton player.
The first time I say I don't like because it's boring and they keep laughing at me also. But I went for the second time because I think I can change. But when I go for the second time, I still got laughed at, so I just stopped. Until 9 years old, I started again. Just start going for training lah. Morning, afternoon, the whole year-end holiday, I just train. So by the time at 10 years old, I started competing, and I kind of like go quite far. It's like just suddenly pop out. So from then on, I just continue training.
Elder brother Loh Kean Yew, also currently a national player for Singapore in men's doubles, was the first to make the move to the Lion City after enrolling in a local secondary school. The younger Loh followed suit a year later at age 13.
I followed him here like for fun. Because I never come to Singapore, never go overseas before, so I came to Singapore, followed him. Then while he's having trials, I'm playing at the side. And they asked me to come the next year. So I came to sports school the next year.
Prior to the 2015 SEA Games held in Singapore recently, Kean Yew's best result on the international circuit was winning an international series, a lower-level tournament on the BWF Tour. So when the Singaporean team faced second seed Nguyen Thiam Minh in his men's singles opener at the Games, he was considered the underdog. Unfazed by his opponent, who ranked over 100 places above him, the 17-year-old caused a major upset when he beat the Vietnamese veteran, a BWF World Championship bronze medalist in 2013.
Yeah, I was crazily excited, especially at the match point. I was like, just, come on, just one more point, just one more point. Just one more point, just don't mistake and just win the point like that. So, and the Singaporean crowds was like, all cheering me like, Kean Yew, Kean Yew. Like every point I was like, my reaction was like so big, like, ah, like that.
It was a giant slaying, but that victory brought with it challenges. With the country's top men's singles shuttler Derek Wong already eliminated, the teenager had to deal with the expectations of a nation hungry for gold, something Singapore has not achieved since Wong Shun Kiet 32 years ago.
At that match, I didn't have any pressure because it was my first SEA Games, first match, like in the individual event, so I'm really like nobody. So no one expected me for something like. So I guess I could cope on that part. But in the semi-finals, because like I'm the only men's singles left, so I cannot really cope. So I feel that I still not that good in coping the mental part.
Although Kean Yew had to settle for the bronze after losing to Malaysia's Muhammad Arif in the semi-finals, the Singaporean shuttler believes the experience at the SEA Games has taught him valuable lessons.
Before that, I was quite confident in my mental strength. Like, I actually thought that I can do it, but I couldn't because I don't know why, but I just put pressure on myself and I couldn't overcome it. So after these SEA Games, I actually learned a little bit more to try to control this emotion, like not to want to win too much and try not to pressure myself and all.
Kean Yew also played a significant role in helping the Singapore men's badminton team finish third in the team event. With 2 bronze at the 2015 SEA Games, it has inspired the young shuttler to now push on to achieve more.
Like SEA Games is quite a big event, so like winning a medal in the SEA Games will of course motivate me, like it's telling me like I'm one step closer to my goal. So I would want to work even harder to achieve to reach my goal faster.
And it's not difficult to guess what this youngster's ultimate goal is.
Olympic gold. That's what I hope to achieve since young, Olympic gold medal.
Young, talented and ambitious, Loh Kean Yew's recent success has him marked as the country's future star. He's already had a taste of what it's like to be on the podium, and the Singaporean is ready for more in the future. Let's look at what's happening on the international circuit in our Badminton Unlimited calendar. Get connected with all the news, information and notifications. Log on to these websites for the latest videos, photos and all things badminton. Next week on Badminton Unlimited, we catch up with former world champion and 3-time Thomas Cup winner, Indonesia's Hendrawan. See you next week.